I'm sure we all have those times where we've walked out of the house just to check the mirror 10 to 15, 20, 30 minutes later and to find out that your hair looks bad. You find out that your hair looks horrible today. It looks like you didn't take care of it, even though you've done everything that you should have on your hair routine. But today the hair looks bad. And if you've ever had an experience of bad hair day, it really can affect your mood throughout the whole day when your hair doesn't look the way you want it to look. Okay, it really can, and you're constantly looking in the mirror, seeing if you can, clip something down or put on a band. Or some of you, if you're really that conscious, you might just run to the store, look for a hairband, look for a scarf to like make it work. So today I'm going to talk to you guys on how to avoid bad hair day, because some of you are working in corporate jobs like myself, and it's important that your hair is always on point. It's part of your aesthetics, it's part of who you are, and so the last thing you want is to walk out of the house with your hair looking bad, knowing fully well that you took care of it a day before. Okay, and there's certain things that we do that actually causes that, so I'm going to talk about that in this video. Let me just give you an example of things that causes bad hair day. When you have flake residue on your hair due to using wrong products, this usually happens with gel products. This is why, for me personally, I have fine hair, so when you have fine hair, you don't really need gel products. But for the girls that use gel products, oh my God, sometimes if you don't get the technique right, or you're trying a new technique, there are chances that you could get flake residue if you don't get it right. It could be a hit or it could be a miss. And the worst thing is to walk out of the house just to see it all 40 minutes later in the mirror. And then it just mess up your whole day. The next thing is hair sticking in the wind. So this usually happens when you are extra kinky, 4C, and relaxed, and your hair is short. And if you just didn't use the right product, or your hair isn't receiving the right moisture, then you go out there, it's windy, and then you have that thing, that hair strand, a few of them just sticking out, ready to embarrass you for the whole day. Or you could be relaxed and you have damaged hair and you're not even sure that you had damaged hair, and then you put your hair in a ponytail or whatever, you're moving around and the hair is just stiff in one direction and you're trying to like pull it down to the other direction, but the wind is blowing and it's stiff to the other direction. It refused to go. For people who are not black, it could be that you got a haircut and the hairdressers expecting your bangs to sit in the right place, just to find out that your fringe or your bangs are not sitting where they're supposed to be sitting. These are things that makes you feel like it's a bad hair day. It's not that the hair is bad. It's not that the hair looks bad. It's just the way you want the hair to look, it's not looking that way. And so now you're pissed off because you know the amount of effort and time that you've actually put into it. One thing that I'm going to do, sorry, not one thing, I'm going to list a couple of things on how to actually avoid these type of days, because these type of days are 100% avoidable. It's just people don't know how to go about it. So I'm going to tell you how to go about it. Okay, the real cause of having a bad hair day, it's usually from your wash day routine and the preparation for styling. That is the cause of bad hair day. It's the preparation of styling. So your shampoo, your pre-wash, conditioning, deep conditioning, all of that, everybody knows that, people do it, cool. But the preparation for styling is so important. And this is something that people don't understand, especially those of you who if you do your hair by yourself, you will understand that it is so important to prepare. And what do I mean by prepare? A day before wash day, you need to know at the back of your head what hairstyle you're going to do. Okay, when you know what hairstyle you're going to do, then you need to know what products do you need to use in order to achieve that hairstyle. Then you need to know you need to know what products that you don't need to use in order to achieve that hairstyle. So for example, this hair I've got on my head, okay, all this part here is my hair, right? This right here is extensions. So a day before, I said to myself, okay, I want to braid my hair, but at the same time, I don't want it all out. So a day before, I'm like, okay, what I need to do to achieve this look is to do cornrows and then use like clip-in extensions at the back. Okay, so that is what I have done. And also I said to myself, in order to achieve this, I need to buy a hairband, because when I buy a hairband, then it's not going to be visible that it's clip-in extensions. Okay, so that's the hairband that you see here. I don't know if that's visible, but that's what you're seeing right here. And then the back is clip-in extensions. Okay, so if I did not prep a day before and think about it a day before, and then I did this style, and next thing you know, I figure out, oh shit, I don't have a hairband. What happens is I look for a scarf in the house, look for a bandana in the house, but then I realize the scarf or the bandana doesn't even match what I'm wearing, or better still, the scarf or the bandana is not sitting where I need it to sit, or it's too much for where it is. Then all of a sudden I'm pissed off now, because now the hair is not looking the way it's meant to look. The look that I've had in my head is not what I'm seeing when I look in the mirror. These are the little things that causes bad hair day. It's the preparation to styling that causes it. So let's say you want to do a silk press, for example. Silk press on natural 4C hair requires you to prepare and make sure you have the right products. So if you're like, okay, you have 4C hair, I want to do a silk press tomorrow. Okay, those of you who go to hairdressers, you don't have this problem. But for those of you who, you do your hair by yourself, you think that, all right, what do I need? You need your you need a blow dryer, obviously. You need a flat iron, and then what else do you need? Oil. Okay, those are the three things, right? A flat iron, blow dryer, and oil. But then you're forgetting something. You're forgetting the protection part of it, which is a serum. And then you probably go on to style it, and then you realize that you are putting oil, but for some reason you're having breakage, because the oil that you're probably using is too heavy and your hair could be fine. So it's these little things. They're just little mistakes, but they can cause you to have a bad hair day if you don't prep it right and you don't use the right products for preparation. So with the process of the silk press, for 4C hair, you know that you have to blow dry your hair in a way that you stretch it out to the fullest, meaning you're going to do the pull method while you're blow drying. After you're done doing the blow drying, not only that, you need to make sure that you use a moisturizer while blow drying it so it doesn't dry out. And then when you now go on to straightening it, you want to use a serum that is right for your hair type. So a serum for fine hair wouldn't be the same serum for a hair that's coarse, because the texture are both different. Then you need to make sure that you have the right comb to brush it during midweek. And also, how are you going to tie it when you go to bed? Because when you do a silk press and you use a bobbin at night, when you wake up, you're going to see the shape of the bobbin on the hair, and then you're not going to like how that looks. Then you're going to have a bad hair day. So preparation to styling is so important. You need to prep it in your mind a day before maximum. But realistically, when it's getting to midweek or a few days before you do your hair, preparation is key. Bad hair day. For some people, bad hair day is actually norm. There's some girls I know that that have bad hair every day, all day, every day. They have bad hair, and they say, oh, they're stressed out, they didn't have time this morning, they rushed out, they whatever the excuse they have. So if you are that person, it wouldn't mean anything to you. But if you're somebody who cares about image, you care about how you look in the world, you care about how you present yourself to the world, then you're going, like, bad hair day is something that would be like a special occasion to you, because it's not something that's going to happen every single time. Another thing that causes bad hair day is not using essential products that your scalp requires you to use. So for some of you, you don't have dry scalp, that's okay. But for some of you, oiling your scalp is really important, or putting petroleum on your scalp is really important. And let's say you decide to skip that. You're going to spend the rest of the week doing this every day, because you've missed out something in the routine that is very essential. And little things like that, as I know I'm saying it in a video and it sounds like, oh, it's just an itch, but when it really happens, it's not just one itch. It's going to be an itch like every 2 hours, because your scalp is trying to tell you, can you put something on me? Can you put something on me? Like, what's going on? Put something on me already. And you can't, because you're probably in work or you're out in public. One of the ways that I avoid this type of days, or if it happens, is to look intently in the mirror when your hair is out. So let's say I want to change my hairstyle today, right? And I took all this out. I then spend like 3 to 5 minutes in the mirror looking at my hair strands, looking at my scalp to see what's going on. Because when I know what's going on, then I know what hairstyle I need to do. So for me, I realized, okay, the hair strands in front of my hair, it looks like they're tired of me flat ironing it, and now it's time to just put in a protective style. So that's why I did this style. You might look at your hair and feel like, okay, my hair is tired of being hidden in a protective style. It's time to let it out. When you're really in tune with your hair, which I'm going to do a video on this, how to be in tune with your hair, you're going to then understand the next hairstyle you need to do. You're going to understand what hairstyle would be of benefit for you in the season that you're in, because you can't stick to one hairstyle for the rest of your life. I know girls who do braids, and they do braids back to back, back to back, back to back, and they swear they are going to stick to their braids for the rest of their life. And when your hair gets tired of that, then you're wondering why all of a sudden you're getting breakage. And it's not because you're doing anything wrong, but you're just not giving it a break when it wants to have a break. Does that make sense? So these are ways that you can avoid having bad hair day. Sometimes you can have a dream of what's going on in your hair. So when I went through breakage January, February, March, April. I went on holiday in May. So I think it was January, February, March, April. I think it was in the month of April. I was seeing little pieces of my hair on the floor. And I thought, is this breakage? Is this not breakage? I thought, okay. Then a week later, I had a dream that my hair was breaking. Like strands were on the floor. Not my whole hair, by the way. Just the ends where like the bobbin would hold were on the floor. And in that dream, I said to myself, oh my gosh, I'm going through breakage. And then when I woke up from that, I then realized that I need to change the hairstyle now. Because when your hair is going through breakage, the worst thing you can do is to keep flat ironing the hair or doing hairstyles that will stress it out. So protective hairstyles is the best thing to do. So sometimes if you're really spiritual, you can have dreams of what's actually going on in your hair, what's going on in your body, then you know what style to do. But a lot of times bad hair day is due to preparation of hairstyles. That's what it is. If you look at a girl who was born with straight hair, they don't usually have bad hair day. How could you have bad hair day with hair that's bone straight? How? Unless if the hairdresser cuts the hair in a way that you didn't like, or they shaped it in a wrong way, or they trimmed too much. That's it. Apart from that, how can you? It's dead straight. There's bone straight. That's a style in itself. But if you're someone who's doing wash and goes, braids, weaves, cornrows, it's very possible, because those styles take time. But preparation is key. Preparation is key. So that's it for this video. Hit the like button, and I'm gonna see you all next time. Bye.